If you invested at $333,333 in SP 500 in 2010, you would now have a net worth of $1 million. That's insane, right? In just 10 years, the SP 500 index has moved from just 1090 in January 2010 to more than 3,300 in January 2020. Hello, self-employed entrepreneurs. This video will outline 2 reasons why a crash in the stock market in the next 3 years is very likely.
Apple shares are just getting hammered this morning.
We're down by between 3 and 4.5% generally across these markets. Let's talk about the speed with which we are watching this market deteriorate.
We will be talking about a possible crash, which could be very harmful to a lot of people. So in order to help you generate income even in the midst of a recession, we invite you to subscribe to this channel so you can get the latest updates. We'll start with the reason number 1, the coronavirus. Now, unless you've been lying in a cave for the past few months, you've definitely heard about this devastating virus that is threatening the entire world. This virus so far has caused the death of thousands of people, and if it continues at the same rate, it could signal a huge disaster for all of us. You might think that I'm exaggerating, right? Why in the world would the coronavirus cause a crash in the stock market? Well, before you judge me, let me break it up for you. Essentially, China is a major player in the worldwide economy, and it's really important to understand that China accounts spent 19% of the world's GDP and is deeply ingrained into the global supply chain. Almost every single global company has factories in China. Also, China is the second largest oil consumer in the world after the United States. So because of the coronavirus, the Chinese government took protective measures and forced the companies to shut down, which in turn caused a decline of 20% in the demand for oil. If you were focusing on your economics classes, you probably know that when demand falls and supply stays steady, it will have a negative impact on price. Brent crude oil is a proven example. If you look at the graph in the last month, it's gone down 13%. If this trend continues, we'll definitely see the share price of the whole oil and gas industry shrink, which equals less profit for the oil and gas industry overall. But wait a second, it's not only the oil and gas companies. Let's not forget that China is the world's largest manufacturer of mobile phones, computers, and televisions. Almost all of the world's consumer technology is either made in China or relies on parts made there. China is also one of the biggest copper consumers in the world, and again, since demand decreased, the copper price also decreased. And if the coronavirus continues at the same rate, copper mining companies will definitely suffer. Now, before we move on to the second reason why there might be a market crash very soon, comment down below your thoughts on what you think will happen if the coronavirus outbreak continues. If you truly care about your friends, do not forget to share this information with them. They might not be aware of the catastrophe that might hit the whole world very soon. Also, please don't forget to like and subscribe for more great videos on finance and business. Now, what's the second reason that made me predict a market crash? If you have a quick look on the SP 500 earnings, you would notice that the index is overvalued, and that happens because the earnings of corporations have been falling for the last 4 quarters, while the SP 500 index is still near all-time highs. You should note that when companies buy back their own shares, the number of shares outstanding decreases, and this will result in a higher earnings per share. This is because earnings per share is given by the total earnings divided by the number of shares outstanding. So when the denominator decreases, the earnings per share increases, and this will mask the overall decrease in profits. In summary, the earnings of big corporations are falling, and when the earnings are falling, their share price will most likely follow. Hang on now, don't overwhelm yourself because there might be a probability that the market will not collapse this year and get delayed in the coming years. 2020 is an election year, and President Trump will most likely do whatever it takes to prevent a crash, because this will, of course, help him get reelected.
And we will make America great again!
A market crash will sooner or later happen, but if you're already subscribed to this channel, you don't need to worry, because we're going to teach you what to do and how to deal with a recession and to make even more money. That's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to share it with your friends. Hit that like button and help us with the YouTube algorithm. Also, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell for more videos like this one. If you're still here, here are 2 more videos that we'll think you'll love watching. All you have to do is click on either of them on the screen right here.